Good afternoon, our dear listeners. On the air, our ABC program, and with you today, I am your presenter, Aiganym Izakhmetova, or simply Iza.
She's so sweet to my fantasy treat.
So, I want to start our program with a beautiful phrase. Who owns knowledge? He owns the world. We all know that knowledge of foreign languages is very important. How do people study? How long does it take to learn a language? What methods are the most effective? All these questions will be answered soon.
I want to please, no, I can't compare.
We have a special guest celebrity. Despite her young age, she's fluent in several languages, travels all over the world, and pleases her listeners with her voice. And of course, this is your favorite musician, singer, blogger, Ari. Welcome, Aknur. Thank you for agreeing to talk with us. In fact, we have been waiting for you for a very long time. In my opinion, we're inviting you for the third time.
Hello, Isa. I'm very glad that I'm here today. Thank you very much for the invitation. Actually, I really like your program. I don't miss your releases. And I'm very glad that I'm finally here.
Great, Ari. Thank you. Tell us a little about yourself, please. There may be some of our listeners who don't know you.
Yes, of course. Ari, I'm 21. I'm a musician by profession. I love to travel and write songs.
You introduce yourself so modestly. Why didn't you say that you are a polyglot and know 5 languages? Russian, Kazakh, English,
Chinese,
yes,
Turkish.
and Turkish. At 21 years old, being fluent in 5 languages is just incredibly wonderful. Just wow.
Thank you.
Tell us, how did you come to these? Can you tell how you learned so many foreign languages?
I began to study languages, you can say, from childhood, and all because I started studying music from childhood. Since childhood, I like foreign culture, so I listen to foreign songs. I can say that I started learning the language through music. I remember in my childhood when I was learning songs in English and writing down the text in Russian letters. Then I got tired of it. I wanted to understand text by ear, and then I listened to the songs. Then I started watching the translations of the songs. Something like this.
Yes, I remembered myself when I also wrote down the text in Russian letters. Can you please tell me why it's important to know foreign languages now? How long did it take you, and what are the benefits?
Yes, of course. Sorry, what was the first question?
The importance of foreign languages.
For sure. Indeed, in our time, knowledge of foreign languages is a huge plus. First of all, this is self-confidence when you are abroad. You can calmly talk with people so you can study the culture of the country. And it is inconvenient to use translator all the time. And hiring an interpreter is expensive. And secondly, the opportunity to work abroad and earn good money.
Yeah, my friends told me when they traveled in America, they hired an interpreter for a lot of money. You are absolutely right.
Languages to music. Languages to music. Languages to music. Languages to music.
Ari, please name some unusual pluses of learning a foreign language.
I think learning a foreign language is sexy.
Oh, sexy.
Yeah, sexy. Speaking a foreign language is incredibly sexy, and it can make you more attractive, I think, interesting, and gives you an air of intelligence. Many people find a certain language or accent very sexy. Think, for example, Penelope Cruz Spanish or Monica Bellucci's Italian. You get the idea, yeah?
Okay.
And I think one more benefit. During these 5 years, I realized that when you are fluent in language, travel becomes cheaper and easier. Without proper jargon, you are limited to expensive or slower options. Thus, you save money and nerves. Just as a few key phrases will make transportation much faster or cheaper, so will choosing a place to stay for the night. This means lower rates and a better experience.
Yes, I noted that foreigners offer more expensive options to those who don't know the language. They don't do a discount. In some countries, if you speak their language well, you can bargain very well. For example, in Turkey, clothes, food can be bought at the half price.
Yeah.
Languages to music. Languages to music.
So, what are the ways to learn a language? And which one do you think is the most effective?
Yes, of course, there are several ways. Grammar and translation, natural, language immersion, communicative, and audio. Well, since I myself learned languages through music, I think the most effective way is music. Similarly, musical people learn foreign languages more easily due to their superior ability to perceive, process, and reproduce accents. When listening to music, following the text, melody, rhythm, and beat, both hemispheres of the brain are involved. Studies show that the people who listen to a foreign language before starting to learn language make more progress than those who have not heard the sound of this language before. Listening to music in a foreign language helps you get used to the sound of the language and its melody, allows you to learn idioms and slangs. And one more plus is it helps to learn everyday vocabulary and colloquial expressions. The lyrics use the very vocabulary and is useful in everyday communication. We know that there are adjectives and verbs to describe feelings and actions, various fashionable words, colloquial expressions. From the songs you can learn a lot of useful phrases if you correctly approach the selection of repertoire. And we know that music helps improve pronunciation. Want to get rid of your accent? Act like language students. Listen to foreign speech as much as possible. Repeat what you heard and copy intonation. Future linguists or translators work on pronunciation in special audio labs, but the same can be done at home.
Oh, yeah, it's good that you touched on the topic slang. Many try to ignore the general, so this is the main part.
Languages to music. Languages to music.
Many people learn a language through music and visually and grammatically for years, but not everyone succeeds. What is the problem? What is wrong with their study?
Because they misuse study methods. Yes, they cannot understand English by ear. Listening comprehension is one of the 4 language skills. Therefore, the only way to learn to understand is to develop this skill. To do this, you need to listen as much as possible in English. For example, radio, music, podcasts, some TV shows, films, lectures, or live speeches. But you won't improve your hearing just by turning on the movie or music and minding your own business. Otherwise, everyone would have learned to understand English long ago, because every day we listen to foreign songs.
So, you were saying that everything we work on should be concentrated? Even when we just listen to music?
I don't always say when we listen to music, just if you want to achieve at least some result, then please set aside an hour of time a day. Take a comfortable position, take a pen, notebook, headphones, and write out each line from the song.
I agree. Due to the misuse of music, students often fail to remember the words. Or they may see a word and think that they hear it in songs, but they don't know the translation.
So that this wouldn't happen, you need to listen to one song several times, parse the translation, look at the text and listen to it already without the text, knowing all the new words.
Languages to music. Languages to music.
Ari, can you give some specific advice from yourself?
I don't know, advices, just a second. Oh yeah, most importantly, look for songs in the right places. Choose the right songs. It helps a lot when you use supporting materials to study the text. And also, you should study the lyrics and individual words. Whenever I learn new songs, I not only listen but also sing along. And you also need to listen to new songs with familiar lyrics.
But what about such details as rhyme, rhythm, repetition, association? Does it all make any sense? Are they worth paying attention to?
Of course, there are also the most important points that we don't even notice, but they help us. For example, do you know this song? 1 potato, 2 potatoes, 3 potatoes, 4,
Oh, yeah.
5 potatoes, 6 potatoes, 7 potatoes more.
I remember it.
Yeah, this song also has a rhyme. For example, 4, more, and the repetition of the word potatoes and its own rhythm. This song is studied by children in small classes, and they quickly remember the word potato and that you need to add the ending es to the plural.
Thank you, Ari, for putting everything on the shelves. All this proved the effectiveness of music. And Ari, I want to ask you, I know an application, Lyric Translate. Does it help us to learn languages through music? And can you just recommend applications for students? The most relevant, the most useful? I don't know.
Yeah, when I was just starting to learn English, the program Lyrics Training helped me a lot. Then you can choose your level and the genre that suits you and your favorite artist. Also, you can watch the direct translation of the song there, and can also click on one word that you don't know and the translation will be displayed. Now I will tell you the applications that I myself used and use to this day.
Oh, dear listeners, pause and record, download and learn.
Applications, iTunes, YouTube, Lyric Translate, Lyrics Training, ESOL courses, Learn English Online, Lyrics Gaps, Crazy Links, Lyrics Mode, and so on.
Thank you very much, Ari. Thank you for your coming. Didn't refuse us for the first time. It was a very interesting and useful conversation, didn't it? Give our listeners a few words, please.
And thank you very much. Your channel is very cool.
Thank you.
Listen to more music, move forward, don't stop there, and all good.
Thank you, Ari. Okay, let's say goodbye in 5 languages and feel like polyglots ourselves.
Sağ olunuz.
Goodbye. Görüşürüz.
Bye-bye.
И до свидания. То есть нет, мы не говорим вам до свидания. Мы говорим вам до новых встреч.
До встречи!